Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Zelda Classics 4th Quest. I'm Nitro6003. In the last part, we grinded up a full wallet. And here in this part, we will head over to level 4. And also get ourselves the magical sword. As we will be able to get that at the end of this part, which is really exciting. One of the good things about having a full wallet going into this next level is that you could fire out your arrows without any potential damage to yourself, essentially. And what I mean by that is that you have a long-range weapon automatically, which is really nice. So now it's just a matter of making our way over there. And we still have 2 potions. And remember, this is where level 8 used to be. So this is level 4, and one of the things you're going to notice about level 4 is it's actually quite a bit easier than level 3 was. I mean, you have a lot of these like kind of tight spaces to deal with and Stalfos 2s, but you're a lot more prepared to deal with them. So I think it's actually a lot easier, and that, you know, you're in a much better position to take out all the enemies here than you were in the first level. And you really, like I said in the last part, you really want to learn this half-tile trick as soon as possible, because you're not going to get very far if you don't know it. So good to get a clock in this room. Useless money I don't need right now. And here is your first bomb upgrade. So that'll help emptying out the wallet a little bit. So now that you finally have a key, you could finally go to the right. And this dungeon's pretty linear. And by the way, you still don't get the boomerang here. So you're still without a boomerang. This is probably one of the harder rooms in the dungeon. Because you have statue support, you have Dodongos, and Dodongos are normally pretty easy. So you want to continue heading to the right. And again, if you don't have a key, you're going to be stopped pretty short. Now, what I recommend for this room is leave one enemy here, because you're going to be coming back here. And no, not with the stepladder. So we'll leave one enemy there, continuing on to the right. And you're gonna notice there's a lot of bats here. Having a boomerang actually would be really helpful in this level. But you don't get it till level 5. And you really don't want to enter level 5 without the magical sword. It's almost like it's expected that you have it. So don't go up first. And just watch the Stalfos 2s. They're nowhere near as dangerous as Wizrobes are. And there is your compass. And now you can go to the right. You really need to explore every room of every dungeon in this quest. There's not a heck of a lot you can cut out. So now we need another key. And if you don't have the whistle, you may want to go back and look for it, because it's expected that you have it at this point. And this room could be a little bit on the ugly side. Try to get through this trap room. It's actually harder than it needs to be. And that's what I'm saying. Having a lot of money is actually a good thing. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the traps. You could easily get a game over in a room like that. Luckily, I have more bombs here. That was a good bomb hit. And now that I got rid of most of it, and they give you bombs. And you do need to come this way because there's an item here. So you do need to do this. I mean, if you want... There's no levels that are required for this, but you kind of don't want to miss the raft. You do get a heart container for finding it, and that's what enables you to get the magical sword before level 5. Alright, so now we can head back. And hopefully we'll get some refills along the way, as we got beaten up pretty bad in that trap room. So once you get through that, and you listen to the old man again, pretty long level. I think this one, if I remember correctly, although once we get the map you'll see, looks like a dolphin or a mermaid kind of thing. And blue Garayas are really good for hearts also. And what's nice about the arrow, even if it's not your favorite weapon to use, it prevents you from being hit by the bubbles. Or not hit, I shouldn't say that. It prevents you from losing your sword. So here you just have a bunch of Garayas. Good, fairy. And so you want to bomb down. So we do have to go back for a key. That was down here. But there's more in this room also. So I guess they ran out of rooms to place the boss key. And it's in an awkward spot. So here you have more Stalfos 2s, and at least you're more prepared for them in this level. And there's the key. So now we can go back. I'm gonna assume that those Garayas will respawn. But even if they had, we wouldn't have needed to beat them again because we already had the bomb wall open up. And now you're going to find out exactly why I left one enemy. So this is why. And by the way, this is how you get here. Now with the stepladder. Although by the time you get the map, it's really kind of useless. In my mind. Really, really useless. And the boss is right below us. And we'll leave those two bats there for a second. And here you just have a bunch of ropes, Stalfos 2s. So that's kind of the theme of this dungeon. Ropes and Stalfos 2s. And now you just are completing everything around. Block, good, good, good. Fairy, awesome. So we're gonna go back up first. Because there actually is something cool to get in this room. It is only 5 rupees, but... Now this next room is kind of on the ugly side. So you have statue shooters and a dig dodger. And if I can wait till he gets kind of a little closer... Well, maybe a little closer than that would have been good, but... So your best weapon in this case is your arrow. I would not chase these guys around if I were you. And you can see how much damage I'm taking. I haven't gotten hit by one dig dodger yet. I've gotten hit by the statues, which is good. And that's it for a nutshell. That's level 4. So now let's go get our heart container and get our magical sword. You can see just how much easier level 4 was than level 3, especially now that we had more to work with. So now we kind of have to go back a little bit. So now we have to make our way all the way back to where level 4 was in the original first quest. And that's really the whole reason to get the raft. I mean, you don't need it to enter any dungeons. It is an interesting thing like that. You don't need it to enter any dungeons. But you do need it to get a heart container. And if I could save and get some more money on along the way, that would be helpful also. And you'll see how having the blue ring for level 5 and the magical sword will make that level just so much easier. So you really want to find the raft. And like I said, if I can get a little extra money along the way, that will be helpful. Because I believe the second bomb upgrade is in level 5. And all this is on my way too, which is nice. And we do have to get an enemy bait at some point. So I'll probably get that. And that is your last heart container in the overworld, allowing us to get the magical sword. You could look in every single shop in this game, you will not find, and that's why you didn't find the blue ring. So here's your cheaper magical shield. And I'm 30 rupees short of grabbing that that enemy bait. So maybe I should at least do that. And then in the next part, probably grind up another full wallet. So now we finally have ourselves the magical sword. Things are looking up for us. So just some plain Octoroks here. So I'll show you what's in some of these other areas. So you have bombs, arrows, magical shield there. We haven't come to this neck of the woods yet. So just information here. And I'm not sure what some of these clues mean. Well, I guess... I mean, there's only 2 arrows in the entire game. So probably one of them is referring to this. Or the only other arrow is up. So, I mean, it could be referring to that one too. You're almost wishful you had this equipment going into level 2 and level 3. Not just the magical sword, but just the stuff in general. So we just need one more rupee here. And now we can make our way back here. So remember, this used to be a magical shield for the biggest length of time, and now it's a door repair charge. Just showing some of these off too. And here's another door repair charge. And remember, this was level 8. And now there's nothing here. So just a bunch. So now we just need to regain our little bit that we lost from the 2 door repair charges. I guess I should have gotten the enemy bait first. I remember the first time I played this quest and found those 2 things, and I was like, oh great, I found something, and it was like, nope, door repair charge. I was like, oh, there's probably a shield here. I remember finding it and laughing to myself and thinking like, oh my goodness, it actually was nothing. And I don't need those bombs, so I'm gonna leave them there. So I just need a couple of more rupees here. Or maybe I'll go through level 5 and see how much money I get out of that. But I at least want 150 ending this part, so I know I could afford the bomb upgrades. You don't need, by the way, I don't believe you need enemy bait. I'm gonna have to look through my notes. But I know you need 150 rupees for sure. As that's the new price of the enemy, of the bomb upgrade in that level. The blue levers have been so good to me. And I'll show you where level 5 is in the next part. You know what? I will get the enemy bait now. And then in the next part, we'll grind up a full wallet and move on from there. Might be able to do level 5 also. We'll see. Depends on how long it takes to get money. We might be able to do both. All right, so join me next time as we grind up some money and probably go into level 5. I'm Nitro6003. I'll see you guys all next time.